那今天非常高兴大家来参加我们 SI Global University Panel 这英国大学的职涯论坛哦。那因为其实这几年我们发现台湾的学生在选择学校的时候，其实包括从科系上或者是从排名上都有各式各样的考量。那我们今天特别邀请了4所大学的学校代表还有教授来跟大家做分享，然后而且我们整个论坛的方式会用面试的方式，不是面试，应该是说访谈的方式来进行。所以其实，在会后的时候，我们会有大概15分钟的时间，让今天所有参与的同学或是老师们或者是家长们，你们有问题的话都可以提出来。那今天的 panel 当中，我们会提到一些比较深入的问题，包括说在研究所是有这么多科系，甚至有这跨领域，那你如果是非本科系的话，在申请上需要注意什么样的事情，或是有什么样的科系是比较好，让你衔接英国职场的，这些我们都会讨论到。那在我们今天开始之前，我非常开心要介绍我们今天所有的大学的代表。So before we start, I would like to introduce each representative of the university. So first of all, I would like to introduce Dr. Fayomi from Lancaster University. Can you say hi to everyone?
Hello. Hi.
And a representative for the Durham University will be Dr. Yuba.
Good afternoon or good evening.
And for the representative for the University of Bath will be the Dr. Peter Nuttall, that he is very familiar, our Asian student.
Ni hao. Good evening, everybody. How are you? Nice to see you. Nice to be back.
And also about the representative for the Cranfield University, Alan Tom.
Hello，各位晚安，各位下午好。Hello everybody。
好，所以我们今天4所大学的代表，其中有3位是教授，然后有1位是在亚洲区的招生经理。所以等一下，他们对于台湾的学生，或者是亚洲区的学生，或者是在申请学校上的需求，其实他们都非常的清楚。那在我们开始之前呢，我觉得可能要先跟大家分享一下说，其实一般来说，大家在选择学校的时候，比较常会思考或者是担忧的问题，包括哪一些呢？那其实，如果我们从网络上的论坛来看的话，我们会发现，其实台湾的学生选择出国，尤其念研究所的阶段，不外乎几个原因啦。其实第一个最大宗将近60%的人是想要体验国外的生活，那再来是将近20%的人是想要学习外语，那再来将近20大概是要提升国际视野，虽然5%是想要就是提高他们的就业薪资，可是其实我觉得可能大家在申请学校或者在提供这些理由的时候，我们仔细来看一下，为什么我们需要学习外语，或是为什么我们想要提高我们的国际视野呢？其实说穿了，我们还是会希望说，如果我们有比较好的国际观，或是我们有比较流利的外语能力跟比较好的专业度的话，我们希望我们的未来或是我们的职场发展可以比别人更胜一筹。所以其实总估来看，想要出国念书的学生当中41%以上其实都是希望有一个更好的未来发展。那其实我们在选择学校的时候，我们要思考就是这间学校或是这个学系，它有什么样的条件是我们台湾的学生可能在选择上的时候比较常去考虑的。最热门的其中一个条件其实就是排名 ranking。那大家会看什么？大家可能会看 QS 的 ranking 或是 THE 的 ranking。有的学生比较仔细，可能还会特别去看就是那个国家国内的这间大学在它国家内的排名是怎么样。但是其实台湾的学生可能有时候比较容易忽略的会是科系的排名。这个道理就有点像，台大在台湾是一个非常好的大学，可是如果你要去念戏剧系的话，你可能会去你会去台艺大或是北艺大来念，你不会去台大念。那一样的道理，就是其实尤其是到了研究所的阶段，可能同学在选择科系上会比较少去注意这个部分。所以我建议大家在选择学校的时候，在科系上的排名或是科系上的专业是需要去多留意的。再来是，其实在研究所的课程当中， 会非常的复杂，跟大学阶段就完全不一样了。大学阶段你可以非常粗略的说，我就是想要念财经，我就是想要念会计，我就是想要念行销。可是到了研究所之后，你是行销的哪一方面呢？是数位行销呢，还是跟零售相关的通路行销呢？就不太一样了。那又或者这几年，除了在我们念可能大学阶段会念财经或是会计以外，还会发现一个另外科系，非常的热门，叫做商业分析。那甚至有些学校，尤其是越顶尖的大学，他们在商业分析上可能还分产业。那你又希望是念哪一个产业的商业分析呢？所以在研究所阶段，科系上的分野其实是非常细的。那这个非常细，其实就要看你在大学的时候，你在选修科目上或是专业科目上，你有没有去触及到不同的领域。大学生很在意的可能就是 entry requirements 部分。那如果说你大学的阶段已经在国外念书的，你可能对于 entry requirement 上的恐惧感，可能不会像说，台湾的大学的毕业的学生这么惶恐，因为你们跟人在当地搜集这些资讯，已经就是相对的就是驾轻就熟。可是对于台湾的学生，在研究所阶段想要出去的时候，可能通常说，entry requirement 不同国家是不是不太一样？我到底要不要考 GRE？我到底要不要考 GMAT？我是不是一定要考雅思？或者是说我申请的科系有没有要求我在大学阶段需要修什么课，或是至少要上过什么样的学分？这些都会是在 entry requirements 里面。那这个可能也会影响有些学生在选科系会想说，怎么办？我大学可能没有念过跟就是太精算类或是数学统计类的，我会不会申请商业分析的时候会有一些障碍？这个可能就会影响到你选校跟选系的条件。那再来最现实的问题就是成本的问题。这个成本包括什么？留学的开销，包括你的就是学费，包括你的所在地的花费、生活费，还有这间学校跟这个学系愿意给你多少奖学金。当然，这几年台湾的学生生活越来越富裕，有时候奖学金的条件不一定是最优先的考量。但总是会觉得，如果有奖学金的，尤其是有很多是在职人士，他需要就是等于是他是工作一阵子之后，他要再进修，希望未来有更好的管理职的时候，有时候奖学金就非常的重要。这个时候你就要去了解说，怎么样的学校比较愿意提供奖学金？一定是排名比较差的吗？还是说这个学校特别想要吸引什么样的人才，所以他给奖学金？这个其实有时候是台湾学生也比较少去思考的。那再来就是地点，有时候我们可能对于我们讲，因为我们今天的主题是英国，所以有时候学生会想说，哦，英国我就是一定要去伦敦。可是其实英国是一个比台湾大很多的国家。以英国来说，像我们用台北这样的城市规模去思考的话，其实英国这样子的城市规模，曼彻斯特也是，伯明翰也是，爱丁堡都是，Glasgow 也是。这些城市其实他们的城市规模都跟台北，甚至比台北大很多。所以有时候我们在选择学校的时候，而且如果你只选择在伦敦的学校，那个相对的开销或者是人口拥挤跟找工作的竞争程度都差很多。所以是不是我们在选择就是学校的地点的时候，可以用一个更开放或是更多的研究去知道说，哦，其实这个城市的规模并不是我想象说它不是伦敦，好像它就很小，还是说它不是它可能在杜伦会不是很乡下等等。相信要鼓励大家，其实在地点上要多思考。再来是一个比较隐性，可能大家比较没有注意到，但却你到当地的时候，你感受性会非常强的，就是学校提供相关的资源。这资源包括什么？可能是设备相关的资源，可能是他职业辅导相关资源，可能是他们在研究上可以提供的相关资源。那这些可能有时候是大家在选择学校上的时候，比较会毫无头绪，去了之后才会非常有感。那最后一个，我觉得最重要就是这个学校为你带来多少就业机会。有时候我们会比较拘泥在说，排名上是不是就是可以排名是不是我就业指标最绝对的保障呢？其实我们把两大全世界排名的分数拿出来看， 你会发现，假设以 QS 排名来说，就业率大概顶多占所有的分数20%而已。如果是 THE 的话更少，它在 industry 这个项目当中只有4%。换句话说，如果你出国念书是为了有更好的工作机会，有更好的就是薪资的调整的话，其实有时候排名上面的数字不一定代表一切。我觉得这一点可能是我们在看学校的时候，有时候没有去思考到的。那这2年其实英国非常好的是，你去不管念研究所或是念大学，都会有2年的 PSW 工作的机会。可是有时候学生去念书的时候，才会发现说，啊，我当初都没有想到说，我针对这2年的 PSW，我要为我的工作做什么样的打算。或是我应该要怎么准备？那其实，在英国的这个雇主或者是 human resource，他们在看刚毕业的毕业新生，不管是大学生或是研究生来看，其实最重视的3个，第一个就是你的 academic skill。那这 academic skill，我觉得其实更精准的说法应该是你的 hard skills，你的专业领域，尤其是你都也念到研究所阶段了，你对你的专业领域是否很专精？那既然你才刚毕业，他最好判断的是什么？其实在校成绩有时候会有一点点的影响，因为其实，在你的毕业证书上，它大概会毕业证书上面其实通常会说，哦，你大概是哪一个程度，他不会写分数，他大概是说你是哪一个程度的学生。那原则上，大企业的话，他们都会希望学生至少是 upper second class 的学生。换句话说，就是你在校成绩大概平均到60分到69分这个范畴。其次呢，是你对于你的工作，你想要找的这个职缺，你是不是投注够多的就是投入？这个 proactivity 代表什么？包括学校有办职业博览会的时候，你有没有去？你我们去参加职业博览会的时候，重点不在说我去参加的当下，我就可以马上得到工作，不是。但是你去参加职业博览会的时候，其实是你跟那个你想要去的企业或是去的工作，去搜集资料，说你必须要有什么样的条件，他们公司喜欢什么样子的人，他喜欢比较内敛表达的人，还是比较自信比较外向的人，其实这个都是你可以跟在这职业博览会的时候去问这些公司的。那好的学校，我们今天参与的学校，其实他们都会非常频繁的办理这样子的活动。其次是你对于你想要找的工作，你已经投入了多少心力，而这个多少心力，你是如何呈现？这个 evidence 跟 example 是要反映在哪里？例如说，你有没有积极的参加各式各样的 intern，或者是说你有没有积极的参加什么样的打工，是跟你这个职涯发展有关系的？这个也是其实在英国雇主他们希望看到。那当然，最后一个其实就是我们讲的所谓的 talent。那 talent 的范围可能包括你的 soft skill 包括你的沟通能力啦、领导能力啦，或者是你可能有一些其他的兴趣跟爱好。因为其实有时候就英国的雇主他们在找人才、找我们这些国际学生进入他们公司的时候，他有时候看的不一定只是单方面的专业能力跟外语能力而已，因为外语能力是基本。那重点是你有没有他们所需要仰赖？举例来说，你的文化背景，可能对于他们公司要发展亚洲市场上，其实非常的需要，那也许他们就会招募你。这些都是属于我们的 soft skill 的范围。再来就是我们有时候可能现在的学生比较仰赖科技，但有时候比较容易疏忽的，就是你在应征的过程当中，你够不够仔细？你有没有注意到一些细节是雇主他们非常注重，尤其是你的履历表。所以今天我们希望不管你从选系，因为我知道，尤其商科的学生在选择研究所的时候，会特别希望说，哎，商学院是不是有比较好的工作职缺？会不会说商学院好像毕业即失业？或者是说，哎，学校在英国找工作是不是一定要跟工程相关的才会比较有发展潜力？其实不一定。那我们今天就希望借由这些学校的分享来告诉大家说，其实第一个，你先选好你的科系；第二个，你先选好你的这个就是你的相关经历； 然后再来就是其实不同的学校也会给予你不一样的支持，而这些支持是可以帮助你在利用不管是回来台湾工作也好，或是在英国你想要好好有争取到利用那 PSW 那2年，然后争取到好的工作机会，可以带回来台湾或是去其他国家的。那这些今天我们讲到的这几间学校，他们都给学生非常好的相关资源，所以我们废话不多说。So at the beginning of this panel, maybe we can that each university maybe can mention the highlights of your university. Maybe Ellen, would you like to start first?
Yes, of course, why not? Thank you, Angela. So I think you just provide very detailed information. I think that's exactly what Taiwanese students should be considering when looking for a overseas study opportunity. But here at Cranfield, anyway, we are quite special because we are a postgraduate only university. So we only focus on two main subject area. One is management and the other is technology. And I know our focus today is business, so we have got our own school of management, and we are also one of the top management schools in the world. But Angela just mentioned some information about ranking, but also for your information, because we are a postgraduate only university, so we are not featured on any of the overall ranking table. So you won't be able to find us on any of the QS or Times ranking. But we do have some subject ranking, like Angela just suggests. We are actually quite strong in subject rankings. We are most of our master courses are ranked top 10 in the UK and top 30 in the world. I could provide more information later in the session. And our School of Management is also one of the triple accredited business school in the world. And we also got a small business charter accreditation as well. So to recognize our contribution in small medium SMEs. So that's the highlight of our school in brief, and I'll pass it over to other colleagues on the call. Thank you.
Thank you. So Dr. Rupa, would you like to share the highlights of Durham University?
Thank you, Angela. So our university is one of the oldest institutions in the world in education, but the third oldest university in the UK. We sit on a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and we have this college system. So I don't know if you've heard about this, but we have colleges within the university, and each of those colleges fosters a unique identity.
Dr. Rupa, sorry, I think the microphone can't catch each of the words you say. Is it possible that you close to a microphone? Yes.
Okay, is this better?
Yes.
Okay. So what I was saying is that Durham University is one of the oldest institutions in the UK and the world, and we have this unique college system, which means that we have colleges within our university, and each of those colleges fosters a unique identity and offers networking. So we have within our department quality finance education, but then once you step outside of the department and you move into these colleges, you can interact with people from industry that regularly come in and speak to each college individually. So it's a unique experience. It's both soft and hard skills based. You develop world-class hard skills in finance, for example, in our department. And then, of course, you have these soft networking skills that you develop as you move back through your college system.
Thank you. So Dr. Fayumi, would you like to share some highlights of Lancaster
Sure.
University?
Yeah, thank you, Angela. So we at Lancaster University, we are very proud of our academic excellence and research, of course. So for the management school at Lancaster University, we are the top 10 in the top 10 in the UK, and also the top 100 in the world in the recent Times Higher Education ranking for the business and economic studies. We have also achieved the first in the research power in the recent REF assessments. We also have the gold in the teaching excellence framework. So what else I can say? We are triple accredited from AACSB and also from EQUIS and also the Association of MBA. Besides, also we have the small business charter as also highlight or highlights to our contribution to engagement with the businesses and local communities. We have at Lancaster 8 subjects are ranked in the QS and the top 100 in the world. We do have across the business and economic studies different master programs. That's a sorry, it seems like a drill test. Sorry. So we do also have a large one campus based university, which means that we have a lot of facilities and students live. Students, they stay in college on campus, and there are accommodations and full facilities for students, including support sports centers, shops, bars, and restaurants, student unions, libraries, and study space open 24 hours for students. We are also proud of our career support that we give to our students. We have, I would say, a strong track record in graduate employment. So that generally, but we go into the details of that in the next questions. Thank you.
Peter, would you like to share some highlights of the university fund?
Oh, it'd be my pleasure. I picked out 4 things, and I think, you know, we were a well-ranked university. We're in the top 150 in the world. We've got subject rankings in the top 100. I think the thing for me, and I think one thing that we tend to put first is the student experience and the graduate outcomes. And to do that, you need investment. And I think I'm really proud of the fact that we've invested over 850 million pounds in the last 10 years, in the last decade, into our infrastructure. And that includes a brand new school management building, which was only opened about 12 months ago. That cost us 80 million. We've upgraded the sports training village for another 30 million. We've got a new arts centre. We've got brand new postgraduate accommodation on campus. So I think the student investment from our point of view is all about infrastructure and giving students the best possible experience in a high-ranked university. The other thing I think to point out about Bath is the practice-based learning. You know, in our DNA, we have association, very close association with over 1,200 active corporate partners, 350 of which are dedicated to school. And they provide us with lots of corporate engagements, and that in itself then leads to such high employability rankings that we have both globally and nationally. We're a multicultural, multinational university. We're quite small. We've got great small classes for a lot of our business and management courses. But on campus, we've got over 150 nationalities. So we really pride ourselves on being a highly diverse, highly multinational, highly international university. And finally, I've got to say something about Bath. I mean, it's a unique location. It's a UNESCO World Heritage City. It's the only one in the UK with that status. We've got a Roman bath, which is where the name comes from, of course, a hot spring that you can actually swim in, the only one in the UK. And we're also one of the very safest university cities in the UK, as ranked by the Times Higher Education ranking. So 4 elements there, I think, which are really important to students.
Thank you. So, Kara, would you like to sum up for our participants in Mandarin?
Hi, hello, hi everyone. 刚刚几位教授说明的，我大概为各位简单讲讲。Cranfield 大学主要是他们硕士专班的大学，那管理跟科技专长，在 ranking 上面大家就可能比较常常会找不到，原因是因为他们就是只有硕士班。那很多科系排名其实都是在 UK 的前10名以及世界前30名。那杜伦大学的话呢，他们的 特色是他们是学院制的大学，所以他们在每一个学院里面个别会有自己的人脉网络，所以除非不只是说你自己的那个科系里面的人脉，他们还有整个学院，你在学院里面，他们都会有各式各样的校友来办理讲座啊，这样子的呃活动。那兰卡斯特大学的话，他们在管理相关的科系是英国排名前10名，那世界排名也都是前100名。专长就是在管理与行销。那因为他们是大校园型的大学，所以资源非常的丰富，包括学生会，包括很大的活动的空间、活动中心、图书馆等等，都非常非常的资源都非常的丰富。那巴斯大学的话，他们的世界排名是前150名。那比较特别的是，他们近年来对于校园跟学生相关的投资，他们近年来投资了8亿5千万英镑在学校的设备上。那务求就是让同学们有更好的学习环境。那因为他们是实务练习型的大学，所以他们在企业合作上，目前有1200家的企业合作。那最自豪的是他们多元、多国、多文化的校风，那也是英国唯一在世界遗产UNESCO 城市的大学。
对，我觉得同学可能下一个想要知道，其实大家最近特别觉得紧张的，就是 AI 时代的来临。那对于很多工作好像会被取代，所以我下一个要问各位学校的代表，就是关于说，AI 时代的来临，我们该怎么来选择我们的科系？So with the increasing impact of thriving AI technology on every industry, how does your university design postgraduate programs for business and commerce related degrees, particularly to prepare students facing these unknown challenges? Dr. Rupa, would you like to start first?
Yes, we've been considering this issue for a while now. We've integrated quite a lot of hard skills required for training in AI. So I myself teach a computational module in finance where we use machine learning algorithms in preparation for industry positions where AI skills are required, programming is required. Practice-led teaching is something that we're very keen on. So one of our key investments in the new building that we have in the business school at Durham is a 48-seat Bloomberg suite where we have all kinds of software, including Bloomberg, but programming is the focus, where we're patently aware that in the future, in finance, for example, the highest desired skill on that ranking of skills is going to be an ability to work with machine learning algorithms, AI, and programming in general. So we've made huge investments in this. We've revamped our curriculum. We have modules entirely based around machine learning and technologies. So we're really trying to stay ahead of the curve here and equip our students for a career where interaction with AI becomes one of the most important skills.
So Peter, how the University of Bath designed a strategy to help the graduates have the best opportunity?
Just to agree with everything that's been said. I mean, integration of AI into the curriculum it's inevitable. It's required. I don't think there's an institution in the UK that hasn't recognised this and has taken action. I think the pace of transformation varies between institutions, and I think that's largely down to how much AI has been embraced by the institution more widely. So, I mean, at Bath, we've got dedicated programs, very similar to my colleagues on the call today. But, in terms of AI, machine learning, we have dedicated courses on those particular subjects. We have a national research centre, and we focus on such aspects in terms of specialist research in areas like cybersecurity. So, there's lots going on across the institution. How that impacts upon our business courses is interesting. I mean, we've seen a drive both in terms of demand from students, but also employers, which has already been mentioned. I think from employment point of view, we need to make sure our students have those sort of skills that are both applied and taught and applied. So, for example, on our business courses, we've got, again, same as what's just been mentioned, data management, machine learning on our business analytics program. We've got e-commerce, omnichannel marketing. We've got technology management. We've got marketing analytics, people analytics. We've got digital marketing society. We've got applied retail analytics. And finally, things like financial engineering and, again, using Bloomberg software, etc. So, throughout the business programs, we're seeing an integration of some optional modules and some required, depending on the subject area itself. But it's really taken charge. The other thing I should just mention briefly is that we've also integrated the use of ChatGPT into the way in which we're starting to think about how that assists with assessment. I think there are two positions on this. One is to be defensive, the other is to be progressive. And we're taking quite a progressive route to show how ChatGPT, particularly, and other AI facilities and tools can be used by students to really create things like critical thinking or improve critical thinking, and not take the view that I think some people might take, which is the fact that ChatGPT represents some sort of danger to our institutions. It doesn't, I don't think, and I think we're taking a really proactive stance on that at Bath.
So, Alan, how Cranfield prepare the students to face these unknown challenges?
Yeah, thank you, Angela. And I would agree, like what our colleague just said here, because I think every university is taking a very similar approach. Here at Cranfield, because obviously we are an industrial-facing university, and lots of the AI technologies are also being applied in other sectors as well. So within our school of management, we are actually at the forefront of the integrating AI and technology into the modules. For example, we've got big data, digital marketing, digital media marketing modules inside the strategy marketing master course, just to make sure that the course meet the industry's demands. So the faculty itself, they're the expert with the substantial industry experience, along with international visiting industry speakers, bringing the latest insights and best practice directly to the classroom. So the industry focused approach, I think that would ensure the students are well prepared, handle the real world challenges, and stay ahead in the rapidly changing fields. So today we are talking about AI, but maybe 10 or 8 years later, we're talking about something else. So we are here to make sure that our students are on top of that. Thank you.
So, Dr. Bayumi, how about the Lancaster prepared students?
Yeah, thank you, Angela. I think this is central in what we do. At Lancaster University Management School, I was personally involved in redesigning a master program for digital business, innovation and management, where we included a lot of emerging technologies, teaching and AI as well. So a part of this program also, we prepare students to work either with industry, so with industrial partners, to solve real world problems. And part of it for the students who are interested in becoming digital entrepreneurs, then what they can do with digital technologies, what they can do with artificial intelligence and analytics in order to build a new value propositions in the market. I'm proud to say we have some students who actually managed to run their businesses after they graduated from Lancaster, and they now work as digital entrepreneurs running small businesses, and hopefully they're growing more. So in the management school, again, we have different programs. Some are more to hard skills, like the business analytics, where students will learn machine learning to do optimization, forecasting, and simulations. While we have also the digital business innovation and management, they will have some technical skills, but also managerials and business understanding of where and how such technologies and innovations can be implemented to deliver a real value for business. But also we're marrying between the practices and theoretical sides of technology. So we have modules which focus on thinking about our futures, how actually the businesses will look like in the near future after the whole AI and technologies and robotics became kind of embedded within the business work, how the society can look like in the near future, and try to debate and understand the challenge and opportunities around that. We also developed a new master program or MBA program called the Cyber MBA, Cyber Leadership MBA. So that's focused on the cybersecurity side. But from the managerial and business perspective, and contrary to what computer science deliver and in the hard cybersecurity modules. So we have the Cyber MBA to prepare managers to deal with all of the cyber security challenges that face every single organizations in the world, I would believe. Thank you.
Thank you, Kira.
那我总结一下刚刚我们教授讲的，那像 Durham 他们就是有结合一些computing 的技巧跟 commerce 跟经济的课程。那他们就注重在因为现在是 AI 的时代，然后我们必须就是要就是与时俱进学习一些新的技能，所以他们在经济的课程里面也结合非常多像是 programming 之类的技术，然后希望增进学生之后的竞争力。
然后再来就是说，Mass 大学呢，他们的重点就是说要学会怎么样利用 AI，而不是把 AI 视为一种威胁。所以举例来说，他们就会学习要怎么运用管理 ChatGPT，利用这样子的模式来让学生了解说你要怎么去利用它，而不是被它取代。这个会是重点。那如果是在 Cranfield 的话，那重点就是说，我们要随时准备面对新的科技，因为也许再过10年，我们要讨论的就不只是 AI，有可能是其他的问题。所以他们的重点会放在如何培养学生面对新的科技出现的时候，要怎么样去面对，然后课程就会以此为安排。那在 Lancaster 的部分的话，管理学院的重点是还是在于创业这件事情上，所以在创业上会需要运用到的跟 AI 相关或者跟资讯相关的，他们就会有许多的，比方说 data analytics 的课程那教大家怎么样的在运用 AI 去创业，那看待说AI 之后的世界又是什么呢？所以他们同时还会开了一个课程，他们现在还开了一个课程叫做 cyber security 相关的课程。那因为 cyber security 这件事情，在任何一个产业，其实在未来都是要面对的。这个也是 AI 之后的世界里面，大家在各行各业都要面对的。这个也是他们在管理学院会上到的课程的重点。
So because 因为像我们现在的学生大概有分2大群啦，一个就是你是商业背景，跟你不是商业背景。那我们的研究所阶段的时候，我们想要学商，那我们有什么样的选择呢？Disciplinary teacher program that you would recommend to business and commerce graduate student that who already take the similar classes during the undergraduate level, but for the postgraduate level, what's your recommendation? Peter, would you like to start first?
Yeah, fine. I think many of our business and management courses integrate several disciplines. I mean, the first thing we should say is that, whether you're looking at analytics, information technology, economics, sustainability, social policy, psychology, many of the disciplines that make up other I suppose areas for study also are constituted within our business programs. It's important you recognise that. I think the nature of business management these days is quite eclectic, and I think to be a strong management candidate for a job, you need to show that you've got a greater awareness than simply your own discipline. So we build those into our business and management programs. But in terms of distinct interdisciplinary programs at the MSc level, we do 2 programs with engineering. One is engineering business management, and the other is investment technology management and integrated technology management. So those 2 programs are designed to offer either engineering students or management students the opportunity to work in that cross-disciplinary area. One looking at manufacturing and one looking at technology management specifically. We've got a new sports management MSc, which is jointly taught between the Health and Social Sciences faculty and the School of Management. And that is, in fact, a QS Global Top 10 subject for us, because, of course, we're quite renowned for our sport facilities, and we're harnessing that strength and building that into a program with School of Management. We also then, on top of that, have things like economics of banking and finance and economics of finance. So we've worked hard to create some very distinct multidisciplinary degrees that I think have been very successful, particularly combining engineering and management in that main area, but now, of course, with the sports management degree as well. So we're branching out to other strengths across the university. But in terms of the heart of our programs in business management, they all have a sense of interdisciplinary importance. So yeah, that's pretty much summarizes what we can offer at the postgraduate level.
How about Lancaster, Dr. Fayomi?
Yeah, so at Lancaster, we have varieties of different master programs suitable for students who are looking for multidisciplinary kind of studies. We do have the digital business and innovation and management, which combine both managerials and business understanding with the technology understanding. We have programs also relevant to engineering project management, which is actually delivered by both engineering staff and also from management science staff. We do have also program in politics, philosophy, and management, which again combine understanding and teaching courses from philosophy and politics with management as well. Most of our master programs, actually, they accept students from varieties of different backgrounds. One of the very popular also master program is the Master in Management, where we have students from all varieties of different backgrounds who are studying management course to understand management and business principles. Equally to project management, Master of Marketing, Innovation, Entrepreneurship. A lot of the master degrees that we offer actually accept students from different study background. And we have all these multidisciplinary. Going out of the management school, there are also a lot of multidisciplinary in health science and health research, especially health with informatics, health with biochemistry and biology and physics. So these are different programs delivered outside of the management school and very multidisciplinary kind of programs. We also work with data science research institutes, which is multidisciplinary research institutes. A lot of the management school staff, they are part of the center, and they work also on multidisciplinary research problems, but also they use the learning from research and work with industry to deliver the teaching materials to students as examples and use cases that students can understand how different techniques and mechanisms can actually work within different industries. Thank you.
Thank you. Dr. Ruba, how about the Durham University? Any program for our business and commerce graduate students?
Thank you. So I'll split this into 2 parts. For students who are business and commerce graduates, particularly in the management school, and they're looking to augment and improve their management knowledge and then add a topic. We have streams in the management school where we have management accounting, management finance, management economics. So they combine the current experience with another topic. But we also have specific interdisciplinary degrees that we develop with other faculties. So we have an engineering management, energy engineering management degree, a supply chain management degree, which is again in conjunction with the School of Engineering. And then we have more technical topics. So in finance, for example, we have accounting and finance, economics and finance. So these are again interdisciplinary degrees where we do accept students with non-specific backgrounds, so students without finance or economics. But I'll just maybe a bit frivolous. I'll just some advice for the future. So as we head into a world of energy transition and sustainability and technology, there's three particular degrees that I find interesting at Durham at the minute. So we have an environmental and sustainability economics degree, which is very interesting if students are interested in that path. We have a fintech and banking degree in my own department, which is all about the transition in financial technologies and blockchain and banking. And then finally, we have a very interesting program in energy transition. So just simply the management of the energy transition. And these three programs are particularly attractive, I think, for students looking to future-proof their employment. So that's kind of a mixture of what we offer, but also what I think is valuable for the future.
Thank you, Bob. Alan, how about Cranfield?
I think, in my opinion, I think the question really depends on the students' career ambitions, what they've come in from, and what are they trying to develop, and what are they trying to achieve in their future. So here at Cranfield School of Management, we offer very wide range of master courses ranging from accounting, finance, strategy, marketing, supply chain, banking, economics, finance, business data, analytics, etc. So my recommendation for students would be if they are looking for something that's really practical and that will help to advance their career, they will probably look at what the course actually offer, what are the modules, what's the course structures, and then make that final decisions. For example, at Cranfield, we offer 60% of taught modules, and then the remaining 40% will be individual projects. And most of the time, those individual projects will be coming from one of our industrial partners. So they got a challenge during their operation, or maybe they're trying to solve a problem. They will come to Cranfield, and very luckily, we will then transfer the problem from the industrial partner into our courses. So our students have a real chance to work with a real industry to solve a real world problem. So if you have got a clear career ambition, then if you want to develop a certain skills in a specific subject area, then my recommendation would be just look at the modules in details and then find out would that be suitable for your path. And I would like to highlight one course that we offer as well. It's the MSc Management. So our MSc Management is a 13-month course, including a 3-month internships inside the course. So with the MSc Management course covers pretty much everything within the School of Management, like finance, supply chain, marketing, pretty much everything. But obviously, the benefit of it, or the beauty of it, is that 3 months internship, that's 100% guarantee. So every student will need to carry out the 3-month internships during the summer before they graduate. So it's highly recommended MSc Management if a student coming from a business management background, and if you don't have a specific interest or area, then I would recommend MSc Management. But if you have a very firm interest or a career ambition, I would recommend to go for like strategy, marketing, supply chain, etc. Just go for what you want. Thank you, Angela.
Thank you. Kara and Isan, please.
Hi everyone，我大概帮大家再稍微重点整理一下哦。刚刚那个巴斯大学的话，教授说了，其实他们所有的课程都包含某些跨领域的成分因为不管你学什么东西，它里面都还是多多少少，有的时候可能会包含分析啊，有的时候包含经济，有的时候包含心理学。其实这些东西对他们来说，在教育学院上都是很重要的。那特别是他们有一些真正叫跨领域的科系，比方说它有结合工程与商业的科系，还有结合科技与管理。那他们最近还有一个新的科系是运动管理，那这个还名列在QS 排名的前10名。那还有经济与财经，这里面它有很多种组合的可能性。这些都是巴斯大学能够提供跨领域，希望能够走跨领域研究的同学非常好的资源跟科系选择。那兰卡斯特大学的话，他们其实非常重要的重点，他们有digital business 这样子的课程，那他们也有工程与管理，或者是有些同学比较走人文相关的，你也可以选择政治与哲学。所以其实像他们的特色是，他们有许多的课程都接受各种背景的学生。比方说，你不需要是念行销的大学学位，你也可以念他们的 marketing 的硕士课程。那尤其他们还有一些比较特别，其他人可能没有的是，他们在健康产业上面类型的科系，也有许多跨领域的学习可以选择。那再来就是对他们来说，为什么会这样子开课？是因为他们觉得研究与产业共同合作是他们的教育重点。那 Durham University，在这一方面呢，就是我们在 interdisciplinary 上面讲的是business 跟 commerce，就是商业生意事业与商业方面，他们有管理与财经经济这些各种组合的可能性那其中有包括还有跨领域比较宽一点的，可能就是工程与管理。那还有supply chain 跟管理，或者是教授特别提到，他觉得不只是他们有开这个课程，他觉得很不错，同时他觉得这些课程对未来也非常重要的，就是包括环境与经济学，还有包括财经科技与银行学。以及能源管理的这些课程，都是教授觉得非常重要也非常推荐的课程。那Cranfield 的部分，重点在于希望学生能够了解他们对未来有什么想象。因为其实他们专长就是在管理，那他们有策略行销与管理啊，有工程管理啊等等相关的各种课程。那重点是希望学生能够依照自己想要发展的方向，去看每一个课程它的课程内容的细节，再来决定自己要选什么样的科系。那像他们的话，有一个比较特色的科系，就是management 的这个硕士课程。那它可以是各方面的管理，所以说，如果同学还不清楚要管理什么，或者同学已经非常清楚要管理什么，都可以选这个科系。那它的最特别的地方是，他们是13个月的课程，那其中有3个月是保证实习，所以同学一定要经过3个月的实习才能够拿到这个硕士学位。那他们在课程的安排上，其实为什么说要了解自己发展的方向，是因为他们的课程安排里面，大概60%是在教学，那40%是跟产业结合，然后辅导同学进行个人的研究计划。
Thank you, Fan. So I think my next question would be probably you already covered a little bit that any business or commerce postgraduate programs that you would recommend to students who have no related background because already you mentioned about it. But can you give more specific example or suggestion for these students that what they can prepare themselves during undergraduate level, for example, certain classes or credits for them to increase their opportunity to get admitted in different business or commerce program. So maybe Dr. Ayomi, can you start? Give some suggestions, please.
Yeah, sure. Again, yes, we have number of master programs where they accept students from all varieties of different educational backgrounds. Again, I will start with the Digital Business Innovation and Management. It's one of the programs that we accept students from all different backgrounds. So we have students who done engineering, some students who studied in computer science, some studied in business, some studied arts or language, and they want to learn about business and digital business. Then all of them are actually eligible to take this course. Again, we have the Master of Marketing, Project Management, Master of Management, generally, and Innovation Entrepreneurships, generally accept from varieties of different backgrounds. Logistic and supply chain, they might actually accept students from different economics and management and engineering backgrounds. They might look into particular cases if they are not standard kind of applications. Human resource management also, they would accept from varieties of different background as well. So students just need to follow their passion. How they need to prepare, I think, just to get the highest grade that they can and understand, look at the syllabus and the structure of the program and how students will be studying for this program. This is the most important, and to make sure that they feel this is what they wanted to do. Because if you have done actually or studied in a program that is not relevant to business and management and economics, then you have something in mind why you are studying business and management at the moment. And when you have this in mind and understand what do you want exactly, then that will help the students to really pick the right course for their career path, for their future career. I see that there are also a lot of graduates from different disciplines in the UK. They can actually change the place or the industry where they work on, which is not necessarily relevant to what they have studied. This is okay in so many countries, but some other countries, it might be challenging. And I understand that. This is why thinking carefully about their career path, thinking about their passion, what they would like to do, and what the things that they enjoy. So always I suggest to my students, just study the things that you really like, you really enjoy, you really find yourself in. And you will do well if you do what you like, right? And then the career path will follow. So thinking about these elements will help to think about the right master program for each individuals. And the opportunities are there, and all the courses are available for the majority of the students if they achieve, of course, the grades and the entry criteria, entry requirements in terms of language, in terms of GPA, and so on. Then everything available, and it's up to students what they wanted to make of it and how they want to utilize it for their future career. Thank you.
Thank you. Ellen, any suggestions for those no related background students?
Yes, thank you. Actually, our School of Management offer many conversion courses for students that coming from a different academic background. Actually, we would prefer to have more students that coming from different backgrounds. With that being said, because sometimes we, like I just mentioned earlier, the student will have a chance to solve a real-world business problem. So what we're trying to create is a classroom with different backgrounds. So the background would mean academic background, could be cultural background, could be working experience. So we want people coming from different aspects to solve a problem from different angles. So that's what we're trying to create in the cohort as School of Management. And in terms of preparation of the application, I would say, especially students coming from a different academic background, I would recommend them to highlight what they have achieved in the past. This could be academic achievement, this could be their working performance, give us some numbers on the CV, for example, and also what skills they have. These skills could be soft skills, these skills could be hard skills. And obviously, most importantly, what are their career ambitions? What are their passions? And what are their career plans? So these also could be highlighted in the personal statement. So, because sometimes it's not only about the scores on the transcript. Because if we're looking at the transcript, then every applicant, they're the same. We couldn't really tell difference. What are your interests? What are your career plans or ambitions? But on top of the general document, transcript, CV, personal statement, you can tell a lot more about yourself. Why would you want to come in from a completely different academic discipline to study business management? What's your plan? And I think that's very important. So I think my colleague will also agree with me. Yeah, over back to you, Angela, please.
Right. And Dr. Riva, any suggestion for those no background students?
I'll add to what our colleagues have said so far. So follow your passion, make it something that you love to learn about, particularly if it's a different discipline to one you've already studied. Aside from that, preparation-wise, for Durham, the non-management and non-marketing degrees, so these are business analytics, economics, and finance, we also require a strong quantitative background. So we accept interdisciplinary students onto these programs, but we do require that they have mathematics A-level or a graduate level module in calculus or statistics. So for these particular programs, the more quantitative programs like economics, engineering, energy engineering management, supply chain, and analytics, I would advise that you begin the process, if you have your eye on these degrees, by taking on a graduate level module in calculus or statistics in preparation. Otherwise, follow your passion. Take a discipline that you've dreamed of, because it's a unique opportunity to study again and learn something new, and perhaps even change your career path, which is exciting, right? It's something that we'd all like to do at some stage in life.
Thank you. Peter, any suggestion for the student?
Yeah, I'm just going to change tack slightly here. I think for me, it's about process. So if you're looking at trying to get support and help and guidance around these sort of questions, you go to the university, you go to the academics, you go to the admissions teams, because I think one thing that strikes me when I meet students that want to do something around conversion. So the conversion's been mentioned a couple of times. These multidisciplinary or non-specific disciplinary degrees are designed to help students get into an alternative discipline to what they've been trained so far. So their undergraduate degree might be quite specialist. They want to move into management, and particularly through, say, an MSc management, like my colleagues on the call. We have an MSc management designed specifically for non-business students. The motivation to do that is important, and I think you need to understand exactly what that degree will deliver in terms of maybe combining your original degree with a management degree, and whether that takes you into the management within your discipline, or whether you convert completely into somewhere like marketing, operations, and finance, and look at the pathways which are available to you within those conversion programs. Whether it takes you to a sort of more general management level, or like it does at Bath, it offers you pathways into marketing, operations, and finance. So you can actually get into a specialist management area. Within a year, you can become a specialist management, if you like, in areas like consulting and finance and so forth. But getting advice on this is really, really important. I mean, some of our degrees, many of our degrees, in fact, don't require a management background, but they do require certain skills. And I think at the end of the day, what you have to make sure you've got is a strong academic performance in whatever you're studying now, and then a determination maybe to move into a degree which gives you that additional specialist area. We have three forms of degree at Bath. One is the general MSc management, one are the range of specialist management degrees, and then we have accounting and finance suite. And I think those three areas determine very much what students might want to do in the future. And yeah, you follow passion by all means, but it's also about employment and what employers are looking for in terms of those additional management skills. Maybe to stay in your discipline, but to get management specific skills to aid you getting a much better job. So yeah, entrepreneurship, operations, sustainability, retailing, finance, even the MBA. None of them require specific management backgrounds at the school in Bath, but they might require certain specific skills, whether it's quantitative or something, say in HRM, might be organizational psychology or psychology as a background. So there'll be certain requirements that are required. But generally speaking, I think it's about getting the best advice, and the best place to start with that are either your current institution or the school that you're looking to apply to. And we give full advice to students in terms of the degrees that they might want to move into from their own discipline.
Thank you, Peter. Ivan, Kira, please.
好，那我跟大家总结一下刚刚教授所讲的，像 Lancaster 他就说，除了基本的就是你在校的成绩要提高以外，你的入学门槛必须要达到。那在这就是已经明确定好的入学门槛之外呢，你应该要找到你对于这科系的热情。那他们大部分的科目呢，其实都接受各种教育背景的学生，所以像是你读 engineering 啊，你也可以就是跨领域学习 management。所以呢，你应该要在大学时期找出你为何想要读这个科系。如果你大学已经在读商业类的，那你研究所之后希望钻研哪一个更细节的项目，你可以去了解它的课程内容，然后找出自己真正喜欢的原因，再去申请。那像 Cranfield 的部分呢，他们比较重视在实务解决问题的部分。那他们有很多 conversion 课程，也接受很多不同背景的学生，因为这样也可以让不同背景的视角来解决这些实务上的问题。那除了在校成绩之外呢，他们希望更多加的了解你自己想要读这个课程的动机，就像刚刚前一个学校说的，他希望你了解自己对于这个科目的热忱所在。那这部分你都可以在你的 CV 上多做说明，然后讲一下你对未来职业的野心啊，对职业的规划，然后再去选择你想要的科系。
然后接下来就是在Durham 大学的部分，其实教授讲的说，其实重点还是在于热情，你要找到你的热情啊，因为只要有热情，你就是知道你自己想要什么，你希望你未来想要什么，你其实路是宽广的，总是可以达得到这个目标。那于此之外呢，除了热情之外，他还是要同学稍微注意说。如果你想要念的硕士课程是非常偏重数学相关的，比方说 business analytics 或者是 economics 或者是finance 这一方面的课程的话，那你们还是需要在大学里面，不管说你是学什么样的学科，可是你还是需要选修一些计量学相关的学分，你必须要有微积分的知识，或者是计量学的知识，或者是写 programming 的知识相关等等。这样子的话，如果你想要跨领域跨到这些很重数学的科系，才有办法可以申请的。那Bath University 的话，教授是提到说，其实他很看重的是这个过程，就是你为什么会有这个想法，然后你的动机才是事情的重点。因为其实不管是管理啊，还是分析相关的课程，其实有很多都可以跨领域学习。所以重点是你为什么想要这么做。那在这个过程里面呢，他觉得是非常重要的是，大家要懂得寻求协助跟寻求咨询。不管是在辅导的方面的这些咨询，或者是学术上教授能够给你的意见，你去看课程的内容，然后寻求协助与咨询，知道说未来要上的这个科系到底是不是你想要念的东西， 然后同时再去考虑说，你转这个科系的原因是为什么？是为了要增加你的就业力吗？你要看看说，哎，职场上是不是需要这样子的能力呢？这些都是大家所需要考虑的。
Thank you, Ethan and Kira. So, 我们下一个阶段可能要谈论的就是说，好，学校有这么多课程，可能都对于我们的职涯有所帮助。那我们更进一步来谈，学校在课程当中有没有跟企业的有所结合，让你们的职涯发展力更好？又或者是说，这些学校的学生在毕业之后的表现是什么？So my next question will come up to the how does your university collaborate with local enterprises or industries? And how do your programs that you just mentioned above stand out in these institutions because of the collaboration? So, Alan, would you like to go first?
Yeah, pleasure. Thank you, Angela. So, like I mentioned earlier, so we are industrial-facing university. So actually, we excel in collaboration with local and also global enterprises, integrating the real-world business challenges directly into our modules. So this partnership is facilitated through our industrial advisory panel, which plays a very important role in informing and updating our course contents, just to make sure that it aligns with the latest industry standards or demands. So the advisory panel consists of senior execs from various multinational companies, ensuring that education that we deliver is always relevant and up to date. And in addition to that, I also mentioned this earlier, a significant part of the course is the practical project-based learning. So about 40% of the course include the individual project where students will get the opportunity to work with real industry partners. So these projects allow students to apply theories into practice, taking real-world problems, developing solutions that have direct application to the business world. So I believe this hands-on experience is invaluable, enhancing the students' employability, providing insight into the dynamics of the modern industry. So yeah, so that's how we work with the industry at Cranfield. Thank you.
Thank you, Alan. Peter, how about collaborate with the local industries or enterprises?
Yeah, thank you, Angela. Alan's just given a really good brief on why it's important. I don't think there's any doubt for all of us why working, collaborating with industry is so fundamental to our achievements and the graduate outcomes. I mean, our commitment to practice-based learning is in our DNA. As I said earlier, it's based on the fact that we've had a long association with industry. It goes back to our conceptions as a university. We work with national, local, and international companies. It's probably worth mentioning that the undergraduate level, all of our students get a placement opportunity, and that comes from our association with industry and our commitment to this sort of practice-based work-orientated type of learning. We're transferring a lot of that strength to our postgraduate courses, and collaboration with industry at Bath takes two quite distinct forms on postgraduate courses. The first is what we call integrated engagement. Now, this is things like company visits, guest lectures, industry-led seminars, assessed projects, live case studies, and we build that into all of our programs. So right across the school, we're involved with companies at an integrated level. We then have something that we call practice-based experience. These are often our options. We have something called Practice Track, which is a 7-week project in the 3rd semester of all our postgraduate courses. And we work with the companies, the likes of Unilever, Starbucks, Rolls-Royce, IBM, And those are effectively small group practice-based work projects, which are organized and run with companies themselves directly. And the nice thing about that is you get an academic supervisor, you get a business supervisor, so you're constantly looking at how theory applies to practice. Other things are available within the postgraduate and envelope are things like consultancy projects, the entrepreneurial projects, startup retail projects, and of course internships, which is new to us this year. This is an internship within the program itself. That's available on our finance programs, strategic retailing, international management, entrepreneurship, and sustainability. And those are up to 3-month paid internships available to our students within the program itself. So those two types of engagement deliver our commitment on practice-based learning.
Thank you, Peter. How about Lancaster, Dr. Bayomi?
Yes, so at Lancaster, we also do a lot of engagement with industries and varieties of different forms. The first one I would mention is the integrating industrial speakers that they can come to different modules and deliver workshops and seminars to our students. And sometimes the students, they would visit the companies and their premises and do workshops and understand different business challenge from the experts. So we do collaborate with a large local and international companies, IBM, Fujitsu, SAP, Microsoft, and other consulting firms. They were engaged in so many of our activities in the management school. So this is one form. The other form is the students doing some sort of consulting projects and deliver their dissertations based on engagement with industrial, either public or private sectors. Students from digital business innovations, they do consulting projects and business analytics and supply chain, and also in marketing. So in marketing, the students, they would work with public and private sectors to do market research and design a marketing strategy for the clients. So that's a form of engagement. The third one is the program that we call it Entrepreneurs in Residence. So we have a program called Entrepreneurs in Residence, and this program bring over 100 entrepreneurs who work with the students globally. Not only in the UK, there are in the UK, but also from other countries as well. So they deliver master classes, they work with the students, they deliver some teaching, they mentor students, they offer students projects within their businesses. So all of these support that we get from entrepreneurs and residents, which is available to our students in the management school. The fourth form, I would say, is the delivery that we, as we are engaged in the research with industries and public and private sectors, we have a lot of research outcomes and learning that it happens after we finish our research, which we deliver to our students, and we engage our students within that kind of form and learning. So we know that the students are getting the latest research outcomes, the latest knowledge with collaboration with industries in their learning, integrated within their learning. Thank you.
Thank you, Amjad. And Dr. Ruba, how about Durham University with the collaboration with local industries and enterprises?
Thank you, Angela. So through our quite excellent research and executive education, we have partnerships with, and this is a big number, 380 institutions and companies at the business school here. So we really are far and wide, 68 industries we collaborate with. So everyone from Boeing, who we do executive education for. So they send people to our EMBA programs. Airbus, Accenture, Ernst & Young. So these are direct connections we have. We have research collaborations with the Bank of England and the European Central Bank. So as a result of all of these professional relationships we have with these institutions, we can integrate these institutions into our program. So we have guest speakers from the Bank of England on our economics and finance programs regularly coming into our modules and speaking of subjects specifically. Aside from that, we take our students on every master's program, at least once to London and once to Edinburgh per year, where they visit the offices of these partners institutions, depending on the relevance to their degree, of course. So economics students would go to the Bank of England and to the Treasury. Finance students will go to fintech hubs, JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs. Management students would go around the local region. They would go to Nissan, which has a huge headquarters here nearby, or they would go to the offices of Accenture in London. So this is just extracurricular. Within the curriculum, we have about 30% of each program in either an academic research topic or a business project. Now, for most of those degrees, that's optional. So students can choose between the two. The business project involves working with an industry partner to develop a professional consultancy project, either in management, finance, economics, or accounting. Whereas on the business analytics program, every student does a consultancy project. So the consultancy project is actually sourced by the university, and the student is placed with the company and spends significant amounts of time developing those consulting skills. Aside from that, we have some international partnerships. So we actually run a module called the International Study Abroad, which is a really interesting module that is credit bearing, and all programs across the business school offer it, where our students go off to a particular destination. So, for example, this year our management students went to Paris, our marketing students went to Stockholm, our finance students went to Brussels, our business analytics students went to Chicago. And when they get to their destination, they have organized for them mini consultancy projects. So our finance students, for example, went to fintech hubs, fintech startups, established financial institutions, as well as central banks. And each time they're given a pre-project, and while they're there, they have to present their consultancy project to these employers. So that's really excellent experience. It's a networking opportunity. They make these connections, and they often build from those networks from LinkedIn and onto industry. So really lots of channels where we offer our students the chance to meet with industry partners regularly in the curriculum as well as outside.
Thank you. Durham, please.
在这个项目上，Cranfield 大学呢，他们前面就已经提过了，说他们是非常着重产业连接的大学，所以原本就是与在地还有国际企业有非常多非常强大的连接性哦。然后他们会有很多企业联席讨论课程的设计，然后重点就是要让同学可以学到就是现在当下最实务上业界最强大需求的内容。那实务型的学习，前面也有提过，那同时刚刚也再提过一次，就是这表示说有40%的时间是跟产业合作计划。那什么样的计划？就是教大家怎么解决问题，解决实际社会上现实社会层面你在业界会遇到的问题。这个就是他们跟产业连接的教学重点。那在 Bath University 上面呢，他们非常强调说他们的成就，他们一直以来的成就就是跟产业有强大的合作，这个也是学校当初创立的时候的中心核心。那这个层面大家可以看得到的是，包括他们连学士课程，如果大家上的是学士学位的话，也都有实习机会哦，不是只有硕士才有，学士也都有。那 怎么样结合产业呢？就是包括说他们是融合性的，请业界的讲师，然后有包括办理一些跟业界合作的计划，然后业界讲师来办理讲座，然后活动，等等的内容。那第三学期就是在硕士课程的第三学期，他们因为非常重视产业实习，所以还会有业界的讲师来上课。然后与此同时呢，如果说同学选择的科系是像能源啊、创业啊、管理等等这些商业课程的话，同学还可以有3个月的实习，这个实习的经验还是有支薪的、有薪水的实习机会。那拉克斯特大学的话，他们非常重视业界讲师跟来办理讲座，就是他们还会有产业观摩，然后与此同时还会有业界辅导的专案。那最特别的是，他们还有一个叫驻校创业家计划，就是在学校里面，他们会有一些，他们会邀聘一些创业家，然后他们在学校里面长期驻点，那提供学生各式各样的，在于不管是商业上的咨询，或者是辅导，或者是创业上的一些想法，大家有什么需求都可以尽量的请教他们。那再来就是说，他们会把这些研究新的这些研究，他们也都会再收集，然后再回馈回来，然后再教育就是下个学年了，接下来学年学生，所以确保同学学到的都是最新产业所需要的最新资讯跟科技。那在 Durham University 上面，讲的是，光是商业学院，光是商学院，他们就有380所合作的企业。那这包括普通巴士啊、英国银行啊、欧洲中央银行啊，那像以英国银行来讲的话，他们不只是企业合作，他们英国银行会有客座讲师每个学期都会来帮同学上课。那他们的科系业界观摩这件事情呢，是按照不同的科系同学每一年他们会选择不同的地点。那大部分是在欧洲其他的地方，比方说可能去斯德哥尔摩啊，不同科系也有可能到欧洲银行总部等等的地方那这里面的话，其中有原因是因为他们的课程有很多是30%都是在最后学习的时间30%的学习时间是选择要做研究或者是做业界计划的那如果说比较特别的是，像包括 Business Analytics 这个课程的话，它不是只有30%，它是所有的同学他们都是最后一个学期30%时间都是要选择业界辅导计划。那所以对他们来说，这个 International Study Abroad 的这个计划是他们很重要的核心。那在不同的科系去不同国家，我们刚刚讲的去不同国家然后参观与观摩，这个不只是参观与观摩，他们在参观与观摩的同时，还会在当地。由这个业界辅导计划的同时，他们还会交付他们实际的一些小任务，让他们去进行执行，而不是只是简单的观摩而已。那这个就是他们与产业连接的重点。
Thank you. So, 我觉得接下来我想要可能针对除了产业连结之外，可能比较general 的，就是说，学校怎么协助学生就业，或是目前他们的毕业生表现，在职场表现的大概如何？So my next question will put two in one. That first of all, what are the employability and average salary of your graduates, and how does your institution assist especially international students in job hunting or preparation that you think is worth highlighting but probably has been overlooked often for international students? Dr. Fayomi, would you like to start first?
Yes, I can start. Right, so for the career support and employability, as I mentioned earlier, that we're proud to have a strong track record of in our graduates' employment. We support students in varieties of different ways. First, I can say that we have job fair that organized at the school twice a year, I believe. So there are a number of times that we bring the employers to come and talk about the companies, and students can talk to their representatives and ask about the job opportunities and so on. The second one, we have the Career Support Center, which help the students in, for example, writing cover letters and arranging and designing their CVs and how it should look like for different markets, because the CV standard in Europe is different than the UK, probably different in Asia and so on. So they will help them with that. Also, the Career Support Center will help students to identify employers who potentially can offer what we call it a visa for work visa to international students. So there are two different type of employers who cannot offer the sponsorship, and there are companies who can offer sponsorships. So these are actually the companies can be identified and help the students to target them. Also, there are these companies who will be happy to take students who are on a graduate scheme, for example. Graduate scheme allows students to work for a temporary period of time, so students can actually work with some companies. They would be happy to take over these students as well, or graduates. So these are the way we support the students by engaging with. See, when we engage students with industry, a lot of times industry partners will come back and ask if they are happy with the students' work. Usually they will come back and ask students whether they would like to really work with them on another project or so on. We have the job fairs and we have the career centers. So these are the typically the ways we can help the students to get their employment running. But again, we do something very interesting internationally, that when we hold alumni events, for example, there are students who graduated 10 or 20 years ago who actually hold senior positions in different companies. They get introduced to the fresh graduates, students or alumni. So they get to know each other and probably make this business relations. Some of them get an interview or get hired by an early alumni because they trusted the outcomes. They studied in the same place. So they can actually work together. That's come to my mind in terms of employability. What else I can mention? So this is the career support. Yes, we have at the moment in Lancaster. Thank you.
Thank you. Dr. Rupa, how about Durham University assists you?
Thank you. So a lot of the opportunities are similar. So I guess it's the UK system here. We have graduate fairs, we have job fairs, university-wide, more generalized. But here we also organize some subject-specific job fairs as well. So finance will have its own, economics will have its own with relevant employers. I think the other unique thing that Durham offers is a career center within the business school, which is, I think, quite unique. So we do have the university-wide career center where we support our students with everything from CV writing, as been mentioned by colleagues. But in the business school, we have a business school specific career center. So they're more informed about specific industries for our students with our students' specific core competencies and skills. So it helps a lot. And they offer one-to-one coaching. So from 9 till 5 every day, there are booking slots available for students to go in and sit one-on-one with career coaches who help them from everything from CV writing and cover letter writing to assessment center preparation, interview preparation, mock interviews, and so on. They also have this very, I think, useful feature where they save some appointments. So if a student secures an interview, they can call for an emergency one-to-one session where even one day beforehand, they're available to coach the student through the interview process. And of course, they do all the other quite standard jobs, which is to supply a list of employers who offer the visa opportunities, as colleagues have mentioned, and so on. And we do have this very strong alumni network, and it's particularly strong in East Asia. Durham has a particularly unique relationship with East Asia, and that means we have a huge alumni network there, which helps. And our alumni colleagues here also support students after they've left. So I think this might be unique, although colleagues from other universities can correct me if I'm wrong. But we provide career support once you've graduated. So once students have left, they can contact our alumni colleagues here at the business school who do career coaching and networking, which can be very helpful. I think finally you were asking about employability. Just received the statistics recently, actually. Some 95% of our students secure employment after 3 months, within 3 months of graduating. So it's fairly robust. And the 3-year salary, so 3 years after they've left, adjusted for purchasing power, the average salary is something like $60,000. So the kind of bang for your buck, or the value for the degree, is quite high there. So we get our students into work and with high salaries.
Thank you, Patrick. How about Bath, University of Bath, Peter? Oh, your microphone is up.
There we go. Sorry.
Yes, it's right.
Yeah, just to nice one. I'm just thinking about how Durham think they've got a stranglehold on things that are dedicated to the management school. We also have a very dedicated, we actually have 2 dedicated careers teams, one to the MBA and one to the management students. I think that dedication actually and that focus is quite important, because management jobs are fairly unique, and the sort of skills that you need to develop for certain types of management jobs are particularly quite different. Just to sort of frame it around our success in employability. So we are in the QS top 100 for employability at Bath. We're in the UK's top 5 for graduate career prospects, according to the Guardian University Guide in 2024. So we're highly ranked. Over 90% of all our full-time UK graduates are in employment, full-time employed within 15 months. And you know, we're looking at about 60% of all Bath graduates have a salary over £30,000. That's compared to about 30% for the sector. So about 60% of all our graduates coming out with really high salaries. I mean, we do really well on employment. It's something that I think Bath has as a core strength. And we were one of the 20 universities most targeted by Britain's top graduate employers, and that's from 22-23. Some of our programs have 100% job success rate. For example, innovation technology management, business analytics. Those are both within 3 months of employment. But beyond that, beyond the stats, I mean, the important thing is that students get all the support that they need. And I think what Bath is really good at is 2 things really. One is the internal perspective. So we do things like timetabled workshops, individual support, all the things that have been mentioned, CV writing, practice interviews. We have mentoring and coaching at that level. We do company presentations. We've got a regular careers fair, which has both a UK and a global focus. We do things like industry insight events. So, for example, recently we've done careers in consulting, we've done finance for marketing, and we do that with both alumni and employers. And we also have a whole range of online resources which are available to all students in the school. Things like CV templates, practice tests, We do a virtual careers fair for them to explore things when they might not necessarily be on campus, which of course these days is quite common. One of the often overlooked aspects about career support, I think Bath does really well, are the external opportunities. So this dedicated school and management team, they work with students to find and support them through things like, as well as the training and on-campus activity, some of the external activities. So starting a business through things like Set Squared, Europe's largest student incubator, is based in Bath. Internships, of course, we help graduates finding internships either within the program or post-program, and part-time work, which increasingly is important for students to help fund their studies whilst they're in studying in the UK. So it goes above and beyond the internal support at Bath. We're very proud of our careers support. It's one of the three elements that we do offer student support on. Academic support, of course, welfare support, and graduate support or career support.
Thank you, Peter. Alan? Any assistance from Cranfield to our graduate students?
Thanks, Angela. We offer very similar services to my colleague just mentioned, but I just probably highlight something that we do differently or maybe on top of that. So yeah, we have got our own career and mobility service here on campus as well. And within our School of Management, we run those fairs and dedicated fairs to subjects as well. So these are run throughout the year, with the biggest one, Goodman Fair happens normally October, November time in our sports hall. And one thing I would like to highlight that is just our career and mobility service. The students are offering unlimited appointment to our current students. So those services include from CV editing, interview preparation, or even contract negotiations when they actually secure a job offer. So again, because I think Angela just mentioned like what has been overlooked in the past by students. So these are also being overlooked by lots of our current students because they're quite busy with their course, and sometimes they might overlook our service available at our career and mobility service. So again, these are unlimited one-to-one appointment to our current students. And also, I would like to highlight that this service actually started even before our student registered with us. So normally we would start the process probably during the summer. So we will start engaging with our offer holders to tell them what they need to prepare career-wise, job hunting-wise. And also, this service doesn't come to an end when they leave Cranfield. And our commitment to the career support is long-term, extending beyond graduation. So alumni from Cranfield benefit from lifelong access to career resources, helping them to navigate their professional path effectively at any stage of their careers. So that's what we provide. Yeah, back to you, Angela. Thank you.
OK， 那像刚刚Lancaster 有讲说他们有1年1度的 job fair， 那就会邀请各行业的representative 来学校，然后可以跟学生面对面的对谈。那学生有任何问题都可以直接在现场了解这个产业或者这个公司所需要怎么样的人才。那他们还有另外一个就是 Career Support Center， 那在这个 center 里面呢，学生可以学习到要怎么就是呈现他们的 CV， 那他们也特别帮助国际生就是在了解要怎么申请毕业后 visa 的相关事项。那他们也有一些公司是特别可以 support 你的国际生的 visa 的部分，那他们也可以就是协助这些学生去了解相关的资讯。那他们比较特别的是呢，他们常常会举办校友的讲座， 或是校友 event。那他们就会邀请可能毕业10年啊，或是刚毕业的学生，那他们各个在不同的产业里面发展，那请他们回来，然后分享经验给这些学弟妹。那在 Durham 部分，他们也是有 job fair， 然后还有就是一样 career center。那他们比较特别的是，在他们的 business school 里面还有特别的另外一个 career center。那在 business school 里面，他们的这个 career center 就是面对特定的商业的产业或是公司。那他们这边有提供就是1对1的 coaching 的部分，那包括你的 CV 怎么写啊，然后 interview 的准备。那像是教授刚好提到，如果学生就是临时得到一个面试的机会，那他们也是可以临时就是预约1对1的 interview 教学这样子。那因为他们是学院制，所以他们有非常强大的就是校友的人脉，所以这也是他们 career support 的一个重点。
然后在Bath University 的部分呢，其实刚刚教授说，其实他们不只是杜鲁门大学有这一些非常亲力亲为的辅导措施，其实这些东西他们也都有，尤其是像 MBA 以及 Management 这样子的课程，其实都是非常特别，而且非常需要亲力亲为辅导的。所以以上提到他的就是前面的几位教授提到的，其实在巴斯都是有的。那不只是如此，他们在就业率的部分呢，是排名英国前5名。那15个月大家就都能够找到工作，而且他们的工作薪水大约都是在3万英镑左右。这个是比其他的就是同级的同学生来说，他们都算是薪水相当优渥的一起来讲。那不止这样Bath University 同时还是名列英国企业最爱的前20名，所以但是这些都只是数字，这些都是冰冷的数字哦。那教授要提到的是说，其实这些东西他们都是透过各式各样的1对1辅导来进行，然后同学才能够有这样子的成绩。那他们比较特别的是，他们除了上述的这一些活动之外，他们还有一个叫做深入透视企业观察的活动，那让大家知道说企业在想什么啊，从这个角度，他们不只提供内部的资源，他们也提供外部的资源，那这样子来协助同学就业。那 Cranfield 的部分呢，代表也说，他们其实跟上面其他的教授提到的内容也都很类似，他们也是有职涯与就业服务。那不过同学常常忽略，不只是还没有来念书的同学常常忽略，连自己现在的同学也常常忽略的是，他们还有1对1的各项辅导。那这些辅导呢，大家忽略的是，其实他们最特别的是，他们从入学之前就开始。从你拿到 offer，他们对于 offer holder，他们已经开始进行辅导。那一路到毕业之后也不会结束，他们有 lifelong 的职涯辅导这个是他们非常得意所具有的部分。
好，那我觉得时间接近尾声了，我可能会请各位就是老师们做一个他们学校简单的总结。那在他们做总结的同时，如果在线的同学或是老师们有任何的问题的话，欢迎你们现在直接在聊天室的部分直接打字留言都没有问题。So I think I'm coming up to the last session that maybe each of you can sum up uh, your suggestion to the Chinese international students that what kind of advice you will give it to them when they carefully choose their postgraduate degrees, and also the resources that you want to remind them that you provided and they probably oftenly forgot that is very crucial when they study. So I would like to invite Peter, maybe you can go first.
Yeah, thank you very much. And listen, thank you for organising today. It's been a pleasure to be part of this. Yeah, I think I'll start with your first question is about advice. First and foremost, do your research. Look at the course pages, look at course structure, look at content. look at things like assessments and, you know, the range of practical projects available on the course itself, corporate engagement, and really think about the key features that reflect the skills that you think you need for your career. And if you're not sure, get advice on that, but do your research, and get into the websites and get into the course pages. Also think about location. And I know we're all, you know, the universities you've got on the call today are all in very, very different parts of the UK. Think about things like access, connectivity, accommodation, provision. Think about things like safety. Obviously, I'm saying that because Bath is one of the safest cities in the UK, but, you know, all of us have different features around the location. But do think about location, because then the year that you spend, possibly 2 years, but the primary year that you spend on your postgraduate course is something that you will change your life. It's something I think you need to think carefully about in terms of making sure that you enjoy the experience, and choosing the right education is a really important part of that. And try and make sure that you're thinking about the work-life balance. What other facilities and what other provisions are made beyond study? You can't be all study, right? So what does the university provide and the location provide in terms of things like additional extracurricular activities, sports clubs, societies? You know, the other question you mentioned is resource. Well, what about the Students' Union? You know, is the Students' Union good? Sports facilities, what are they like? What are the opportunities for part-time work in the area, in case you wanted to get involved with the community projects and get involved with the community more generally? So those are the things I would suggest you do in terms of the additional prep and looking for the course you want. In terms of additional resources, I think that you've got to start with scholarships. I mean, it's, you know, the scholarship at the School of Management at Bath are different to the university scholarships. We've got a really generous pot this year. Some of them, those scholarships are being made at point of offer when you get an offer to join us. We do things like application fee waivers and see where you can start making things more affordable. The university's purpose is something I wanted to mention. I mean, it's often reflected in its teaching and learning, but, you know, Bath focuses on things like, you know, addressing global challenges such as climate change, sustainability, community and social welfare, social justice, the value of data. I mean, those are all things that reflect in its research. Research is actually a really important component to look at in terms of resource. You know, what's the status of the university's research? Because that often informs your teaching, it informs the purpose of the university, it informs the way in which you're going to meet the sort of professors that are, in fact, influencing things like policy and management practice. And then other things just to keep in mind: class sizes, the range and the range of accommodation and affordable accommodation. As I mentioned, the Students' Union, but also other facilities like things like art centres and other things that you can make use of on campus. I suppose the last consideration is campus-based versus city-based, and that can often determine your type of experience. But that's quite a long list. Hopefully that's quite helpful in some ways. But thanks for listening.
Thank you, Peter. And Alan, would you like to sum up some advice for our Chinese students?
Yes, thank you, Angela. I would probably agree pretty much everything Peter just said. Yes, but for us, Cranfield, obviously, my advice to Taiwan students would be, obviously, do your research. You need to have a very clear vision of what you're actually looking for and what we are offering as well. Like I just mentioned, if you are just purely looking at a ranking table, you won't be even find Cranfield on the list, because we are postgraduate only university. We are not featured on such ranking tables. So, but in terms of the course itself, if you are looking for something, a platform for you to excel in applying theory into practice, that's something that Cranfield will be able to offer. If you're looking to improve your employability to secure a job in the UK or in Europe, or even or maybe returning to Taiwan, then Cranfield will be able to help you with that. And again, in terms of the application itself, highlight what you have achieved in the past, what skills you have, and what is your career ambition, what is your career plan, and that would really help you getting an offer in probably any of the UK institutions when you're applying for a master degree. And last but not least, if you've got any questions, if you're in doubt, obviously you can feel free to contact us, and also feel free to contact SIUK here. Angela is got a good team, very supportive, and they could also be able to provide any information that you will need. So yeah, that's all from me. Angela, thank you.
Thank you, Alan. And Dr. Luca, would you like to sum up some advice for our students?
Thank you very much. Again, I'd mirror a lot of the things that Alan and Peter have said. It's important to do thorough research on the specific degree path that you're taking, whether it's applicable with your career destinations and career goals. And of course, it's important to reach out when you have questions. I'm sure you would be happy to answer these questions, but also at Durham would be happy to answer these questions. So please do reach out if you have doubts, or if you have questions, or if you need more data to make an informed choice, which is really the important thing to do here. On what specifically Durham offers that maybe is often overlooked, I think after the fact, so after graduation, it's often listed as the number one reason why students have enjoyed being in Durham most, and that's the college system. So what the college system does in Durham, and it is unique to Durham, is that it offers a lot of the things that Peter highlighted, which is safety, support, security, affordable housing, affordable accommodation. Even some of our colleges offer meal plans. So we have, breakfast and dinner already cooked, which means that you have more time for everything from playing sports to your studies, plus your networking and upskilling yourself. So these are kind of really nice features of college life. There, you have this two-path system, which is your academic life and your college life. And these colleges, some of them offer really valuable networking opportunities where institutional leaders come and give talks, and then afterwards stay for drinks and dinner. So it really offers a chance for students to mix up and have a good time. And I think if you're interested in sports as well, we're particularly good there, because we're not to get competitive, but we're top 2 in the UK. So we battle with Loughborough regularly, and we end up first or second. So if you like your sports, it's a good place to be. We have a huge sports campus, and it's really quite wonderful. But generally, thank you everyone for listening. Thank you, colleagues, for valuable advice. It's been nice to speak to everyone.
Thank you, Babak. And last but not least, Dr. Bayomi, could you give us our students some advice as well?
Yes, thank you. In the past few years, I had a pleasure to teach a lot of international students in the classes. So a lot of them actually bring unique experience and background, either cultural or educational background, that actually incorporate and enrich the teaching experience, learning experience for everyone. So probably my colleagues had mentioned most of the things that we do at Lancaster University. We are a campus-based university, one of the largest campuses in the UK. A lot of green spaces around here. Very large sports centers with a lot of facilities available for students. Libraries 24 hours. Study spaces, labs, software tools. College system is available. And also we have student unions with societies, whatever students is interested or students are interested in. They can find societies or a group of students who are doing these activities they can get engaged with. So Lancaster is the northwest of England. I would say it's affordable to live here, either on the campus or in the city, which is, when I say city, I'm talking about, hundreds, thousand population, couple of 100,000 populations in Lancaster. So it's a very small city. It's 10 minutes away from the campus. The city center is not so far. Train stations connected to the major cities, Edinburgh, Glasgow, Birmingham, Manchester, and London. What else? There are a lot of services that are available for students. So students can make the most of or they make as much as they want from their time at Lancaster. So, for example, yes, we monitor the attendance. Yes, we assess the coursework of students. But beyond that, what students can make. There are a lot of services. There is LinkedIn online courses available for all the students. There are libraries that they offer one-to-one sessions on statistics, on academic writing and critical writing, on academic referencing. So all of these kind of additional learning of the soft skills can be offered and students can opt in to take if they wish to. Again, also we have additional support for part-time employment if the students they wish to get engaged with part-time employment or do some extracurricular activities within the student unions, like sharing specific societies. So this is also possible. So all of these accumulated soft skills will help the students in their future career. And when we say about what students can learn, they need to think about not only locally, but they need to think globally. How I'm going to get the skills beside the harder skills, the softer skills that will enable me to be employable on the international and global level as well. So this is very important, and we are good in marrying again the theory and the practice, engaging with societal challenge beside also the business and economics challenge. We do also mix between soft and hard skills developments. So these are the things that the students need to think of when they wanted to pursue their master and postgraduate studies. Some of my students told me a few years ago, Lancaster is where we actually wanted to be after they finish the degree, for especially those who left from or they lived in very large, busy cities. They came there, a lot of nature, quiet, peaceful, and very community-based. So a lot of students, they stay on campus, they work together, they get to know each other from different countries, and they make friends, and they travel around to Lake District or to cities and to enjoy the football, the music, and nature as well. So this experience, I would say, for 1 year, it's unique and memorable for a lot of our graduates. That's what I want to say, and thank you very much, Angela, and thank you everyone on the call. It was good to
Thank
see you all.
you. Thank you. So, if I'm Karen, can you sum up in a very brief manner for our audience?
谢谢各位啊。Bath University 在这个主题上提到的是说，尤其是其实他提到非常多的重点哦。第一个是同学一定要先研究课程内容，了解自己的课程内容。这个课程内容不只包括学什么，还包括说你是如何被评分你这个课程的产业合作项目有哪一些？那这些都是需要同学事先研究的。那在研究的过程里面呢，不懂就要问，然后寻找资源回答你的这些问题。那第二个是要注意参考的是地点，就是说去什么地方念书，这个地方它的交通如何，这个城市是不是安全等等的这些关于地点这件事情是非常重要的，因为你毕竟要在这边生活1年，甚至可能是2年的时间所以要在这个地方找到住得开心是很重要的一点。那第三个部分是要思考学业与生活的平衡，因为没有人可以就只是念书的，所以你要看看说这个学校它的学生会的资源如何是不是有打工的机会等等这些都是大家也需要考虑的，就是学业与生活平衡的部分。那再来一个就是额外的资源，什么样额外的资源呢？比方说学校有没有提供奖学金那有奖学金当然就是很重要的额外资源。那第5个就是学校的特色同学可以看看学校的特色是什么，来决定自己要选择什么样的学校就读。比方说像 Bath 的话，他们就是非常注重永续发展，非常注重 永续能源以及社会资源，还有包括社会正义政策的制定等等，这些都是巴斯大学他们非常着重的东西。那再来一点就是说，同学要考虑到的是住宿哦，就是住在这个城市，然后或者是在这个大学念书，住宿便不便宜？哦，住宿方不方便？那再来就是说，学校是大校园型的学校，还是这种在城市里面独栋分开校区的学校？这个都是同学可以思考的部分。那 Cranfield 大学呢，有提到说，他非常赞同刚刚就是巴斯大学的教授所提到的所有这一些。那除了上述之外呢，他也代表也非常强调说，同学要知道自己想要什么。那你想要的东西是不是学校能够提供的？你不能够只看排名。如果只看排名的话，你可能连 Cranfield 这个学校都找不到，因为他们就是只有硕士课程啊。哦，那自传的话呢，他就会强调说，你要怎么样准备好自己，让学校接受你。那自传就是非常重要的东西。那在自传的书写上，要强调你自己在不管是在学业上你的成就、经历上你的成就，那还有一个很重要的重点是你的职涯计划啊，这些包括他前面提到的这些重点啊，这些都是大家可以注意增加自己进入这些学校就读机会的。那 Durham University 的代表教授提到说，研究课程的内容真的很重要，职涯的目标也非常重要。如果不知道这个细节的话，要记得就是一定要寻求咨询跟协助。那至于 Durham University 它比较特别的地方，就是他们刚刚前面有提到的学院制。那因为是学院制的关系，所以包括住宿的安全性啊，然后你的资源网络啊，然后包括说，因为住在你的学院里面嘛，所以就也一定就是比较不会那么贵。那有一些学院，他们甚至还供餐，那他们提供的人脉网络就是非常特别的。那除此之外呢，教授还非常自豪的是说，他们在运动这个项目是英国名列第二位哦，然后常常跟这个第一名互有争夺。所以如果是课业之外喜欢运动的同学，Durham University 也绝对会是你非常好的选择。那 Lancaster 大学呢，教授有提到说，他们的校园在英国是数一数二大。那图书馆呢，开放是24小时，还有包括各种实验室啊、学生会啊跟社团。那在这个城市，在 Lancaster 这个城市呢，生活并不昂贵，城市不大，但是网络连接交通非常的方便，四通八达。那除了他们的课程之外，同学还可以注意到的是，呃，他们除了正式的课程之外，他们还有许多额外的课程可以让同学上哦。什么样的课程呢？就是一些培养各位同学软实力哦 （soft skill） 的这些课程。那他们还同时提供了许多打工的工作，可以培养大家的 soft skill。那学习呢，他觉得说不只是要在地化，我们还要思考说，你学到的这些 soft skill 是不是够国际化？那他们要培养的是学生能够面对未来，不管是商业与经济上挑战的软硬实力都要兼具，这是他们要培养学生所具备的能力。那所以他还讲到说，哎，其实有同学有一些学长姐。跟他提到说，其实他们毕业之后都还想要继续待在 Lancaster，因为在这里啊，跟其他人就是一起生活，然后一起学习的这些经验实在是太美好了，大家都还想要继续待下来。
Thank you, Ken。那因为我们就是没有进一步的问题，如果说你们想要针对个人咨询的部分想要做询问的话，我们现在在聊天室里面的栏位有官方 LINE 或者是我们的社群会不定期分享一些相关的资讯给大家，那欢迎大家可以加入。那我们所有在台湾协助学生的任何作业都是没有任何费用的。So I think since there's no further questions left by the participants, so I think that we'll call this day. But there are a few registrators that they said they are not able to get online on time. Is there? Can we share the recording with them? So I think after that we'll put this panel on YouTube to share with those people who have registered the event. So I want to thank all of you again to support this panel and share very valuable information for our Chinese students. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Have a lovely day. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.